Hi, my name's Andrew. I'd like to talk about my experience of illicit drug use and where that's taken me in my life from when I was very young, and my experiences around drug use and then recovery, which I am now in. I started taking drugs very young. I didn't start taking drugs because I was bullied at school. I wasn't abused. I was quite popular at school. My mum and dad had split up, but that wasn't the reason. I hung around with a lot of older lads, but maybe that influenced me, I don't know. I wasn't running from anything, is what I'm trying to say. I wasn't running away from anything. I took drugs and I enjoyed them. I had a lot of good times on drugs. It wasn't all bad. Slowly progressed to harder drugs, and then that's when it became bad. I spent 23 years of my life taking heroin and crack cocaine. A lot of that time I was prescribed methadone from Manchester Drug Services. My experience of methadone, all it ever really did for me was enable me to use more drugs. It didn't really do what it was intended to do, which was to wean me off heroin. All it really meant was that on the days that I couldn't get heroin, I knew I wasn't going to withdraw. It never stopped me using. It just enabled me to use more. I remember in that 20-year period going to drug counsellors, and I can count on one hand the amount of times that those drug counsellors actually said to me, "Andrew, what do you want to do with your life? This can't go on." And you know what, don't get me wrong, sometimes that's what I wanted. I just wanted to go in, get my prescription and go. I was busy doing nothing. I was busy taking drugs. So don't get me wrong, sometimes that's what I wanted. My last counsellor that I had, he was the first one that said, "Andrew, this can't go on, what you're doing, you've been on methadone 20 odd years, you've been using heroin and crack for 20 odd years, where do you want to go?" And I came to a point within myself where I couldn't go on. I don't know many old addicts, most of my friends, they're either doing long jail sentences, or they're dead, or they're still out there using, hopping around town on one leg, selling the big issue. I strongly believe that you have a shelf life. I now attend Narcotics Anonymous meetings, and I've noticed in those meetings that most people that come in talk about using for 20, 25 years. That seems to be the span of time. I'm pleased to say that it's not like that for me now. I'm in recovery now, and I'm enjoying life and all that brings, and that's good and bad. I'm just happy to feel anything. Even the bad, I'm happy to feel that, because when I was using, I felt nothing. I didn't feel anything for anybody or myself. So I'm glad that it's different today. And do you know what? If I could have my time over again, would I have the same experience? Would I want to go through that? No, I wouldn't. But do you know what? I strongly believe that a lot of the things that I saw, a lot of the things that I did, a lot of the things that I learned in that life make me the person who I am today. I'm very resourceful, I'm very resilient, I can be very determined and single-minded. All those things I learned from being an addict. I had to have all those skills to be an addict. I used to wake up in the morning with nothing, and by the end of the day I'd raised money and done what I needed to do. And I believe that I can use those same skills today. They call them, professionals call it transferable skills. I can use all those skills today, just in a different format. So I'm pleased to say, my name's Andrew. I'm an addict and I'm in recovery.